Hi guys, we've already tackled electrolysis in the previous videos. As a quick reminder, this is the breakdown or decomposition of ionic compounds, whether molten or aqueous, using electricity. Now, this process has got many applications, one of which is electroplating, so this is the focus of this video. For electroplating, we're going to discuss what is it about, why do I use it, and how is it carried out. So starting with the what or the definition of electroplating, this is simply coating a metal object with another metal by the means of electrolysis. So I need the term electrolysis in my answer when defining, and the other mark would go for coating the object with another metal. Why do I use it? Two common uses include to prevent rusting or corrosion and to provide the shinier appearance. We all know that by time, jewelry, so my ring for instance, would lose its shiny appearance, so I would love to give it a coat on top. Type. What about the setup? Let's zoom in to see how it works. As always, I need a battery connected via wires to both electrodes, the anode and the cathode, which are both dipped into a beaker carrying the electrolyte. Okay, so the positive electrode is the one connected to the positive terminal, denoted by the longer line, and the shorter line is connected to the negative terminal, which is the cathode. As you can see from the diagram, I'm trying to coat spoon with copper. So I attached spoon as the cathode, whereas the copper that I want to coat the spoon with was the anode. And my electrolyte should be a solution of the same metal used at the anode, in this case copper. So a suitable suggestion or for an electrolyte would be copper sulfate solution. So by time, my observations would be that my spoon would start getting coated with the copper. So now it's time to assess yourself. You may pause the video and think, how can you electroplate a spoon with silver? In this case, my spoon will also be the cathode, and this is the object that I want to electroplate. The silver will be the anode. The electrolyte would be a solution of silver, for instance, silver nitrate solution. So again, what's gonna happen is the silver will get deposited on the cathode. Now, a tricky question that came before in the multiple choice, whether paper 1 or paper 2, was that what would happen if the spoon was connected to the positive terminal of the battery instead of the negative terminal? So let's say a student switched the terminals, so now spoon was the anode rather than the cathode. Now the answer would be simply, it's not going to work, it's not going to get coated. So do not forget, we have certain precautions to abide by, which is the object to be electroplated or coated should be the cathode. Other cautions that you need to pay attention to is that I need to sandpaper the object, or basically clean it with sandpaper before I start, and make sure I keep on rotating it throughout the process, both of which ensure that it is uniformly coated. Now, if you're extended syllabus, you are usually asked for the half equations. Now, this is a third example where I'm electroplating a nickel vase with silver. What's going to happen at the anode is the oxidation process where the silver will lose electrons to form silver ions. So by time the anode gets thinner and shrinks in size. Now these silver ions will migrate to my nickel vase cathode and they will be reduced by gaining electrons, forming the silver. So you will get to see the silver deposited at my nickel vase.